spectacular event, 13 cars strong. 20 laps is the distance, and starting at the point, it is car number 59, the Clement Motorsports car from Wethersfield, Connecticut, for Matt Clement.
Then it will be car number 87, a driver who comes from Willington, in the Tri-City Fire Protection car, R.J. Serdell.
Jet Motorsports car number 11 out of East Hartford, Connecticut, for Tyler Trott.
Then car number 12 from East Long Meadow in the Safeco Foam sponsored machine, here is Alexandra Fern.
Colchester, Connecticut, CP Motorsports, Florida Connection, number 28, for Brian Noguchi.
American City Bearing brings us car number 04, driven by Al Saunders.
Safeco Foams brings us the number 92, defending champion. That, of course, is the Ryan Fern machine, if not the defending champion's counterpart, we'll call that. We are green and racing, and they are literally 3 wide in the middle of the pack.
And Matt Clement is being hounded by R.J. Serdell, so it's like a pair of twin pops going through turn number 4, and Serdell making a move on the outside, but Clement is able to hold him off.
Clement guards the spot to the bottom of the racetrack, up the hill, and now challenging, moving in after a violent crash. The last time out is number 12 of Alexandra Fern. She makes her presence known, nipping at the heels. As she runs with the 3rd spot and runs the bottom line. They got Butler off the turn, back to the strike. The Safeco number 12 machine right there on the inside. Matt, we've got a dogfight battle for seconds.
Is Alexandra trying to screech her way into second, and she completes a move against R.J. Serdell, who is stuck on the outside. He is going to get a challenge from Albert Saunders, car number 04. And Saunders is able to boogie his way into the top 20. The drum major of the parade continues to be Matt Clement.
No question about it. Clement's got a car that's working at the point, but Saunders moves the American Sleep Bearings car onto the podium in 3rd, down the back straightaway. The 87 gets bounced around as Robert Sardell's car comes to a screeching halt underneath the Coors Light billboard, just to the left of the scoreboard. Stafford Motor Speedway, through the efforts of people like Tom Fox, the officials, Scott Pappy, and the rest of the gangs, that they work with the competitors to try to make them better at what they do, and the natural process of advancing here at Stafford is just that, a natural process, and it is an amazing, as this is one of the most competitive short tracks in the country. If you're enjoying tonight's presentation, don't forget to be back for next Friday night's program here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. But right now, feature number 2 is getting revved up. Here they come off turn number 4. Green is out, and all of a sudden, Clement's car develops what Matt calls as a caffeine twitch, but it's followed by the yellow chaser, which means no good on the initial restart. And that will put things back together again in rows of 2. We talked about next Friday night. Remember, the Wild Thing Karts Senior Outlaws will be joining us with fireworks in the air and fireworks on the racetrack as well. Plus all the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series divisions. Best entertainment value around $17.50 for an adult ticket. Here they come. We're back to green.
And a much better start this time for Clement, but look at Alexandra Fern. She loves the outside terrain here at Stafford, but right now she's on the verge of losing second to Albert Saunders.
The Saunders twins know how to get the job done, and usually they don't run this hard early in the event. They are one of the competitors that comes on strong in the closing laps, but that's not the story tonight, as the American Sleeve Bearing, number 04 for Albert Saunders, has muscled its way into second, and second just isn't good enough. Bottom shot move, they swap a little paint off the turn and down the back straightaway. Clements is still the leader of the pack. Saunders rib rides to the inside. Here they come, Matt, back to the stripe. Lap number 5's got a brand new leader.
And the biggest stick of dynamite is Albert Saunders in car number 04. Here comes Alexandra looking more comfortable tonight on the inside, and she is able to dart past Clement to get into second. Keep an eye on Robert Bloxham, car number 33, as he is going to barrel his way into the top 3.
And while all that's been happening, Jeremy Lavoie, who started this event in the 10th spot, the current point leader, is coming to the front with the skill of a surgeon. He literally is making some noise on the inside. He'll now try to challenge Bloxham for the number 3 spot. Right behind him, Ryan Fern, that number 92 car. Clement is there, and we haven't even talked about Provost. He's a closer, and he is now among the top 8 cars.
We're going to talk about Dwayne now as he got by that number 59 of Clement, and now he So we have quite a battle for third place.
Narducci goes spinning. Center of turns 1 and 2, and that's going to bring out a caution.
Alex Grab. It is going to be quite a race next Friday. If you've never seen the Wild Thing karts in action coming out on Friday night and taking the Senior Outlaws, you will be amazed at how exciting those cars are.
Well, Matt, it looks like we've got the pace car pulling away from the field. Whelen Engineering lights are off as the car dives to the center of pit road. Here's the green. They rumble back to the line. Saunders has a little more oomph and takes the number 1 spot away, but the battle is for second. Lavoie, who had a tough night a few weeks back, in practice he hit at a ton. They never gave up, came back. He's the point leader, but that margin has been disappearing. And he told me earlier tonight in the paddock area, he wanted to do something about that. And Matty's showing us what he wanted to do.
He has leverage against Alexander Fern in the fight for second. And stomping his way into second is Jeremy Lavoie. And that car is usually pretty quick at the end of races. So Lavoie is in pretty good shape right now in car number 6. Ryan Fern trying to go underneath Robert Bloxham. That's for the top 4.
He makes a bid for it, down low on the inside. Then it is the other Saunders twin, Cliff Saunders, with the number 4 car, all over and challenging Provost with the number 88 machine. Provost has been in the winner's circle on many an occasion. He sits back within that striking area among the top 6 cars. Ryan Fern, yellow and blue car with the familiar number 92 on it, makes its presence known to the inside, crosses back over. Now he looks twice at it again, Matt, turn 1.
He's trying to machete his way underneath Bloxham. Got a quarter of the way there, then has to drop back. Maybe the brightest blip on the radar screen right now is Cliff Saunders in car number 4. He was very quiet for the first half of the race, but he is making a ruckus right now.
Less than 9 circuits remain of this event. Saunders has been the dominant force up front. Fastest car on the racetrack is Jeremy Lavoie, 21.787. 21.787, speed in excess of 85 miles per hour. Off turn number 4, down to the line they come. Mike Helberg going to start his stand as Lavoie is closing up the gap ever so slightly. But look at Ryan Fern. He is literally trying everything, high, low, to get around Bloxham, and he just hasn't been able to find what we'll call it the sweet spot to be able to pick up the position.
And he is running out of time because we are down to the final 7 laps as Albert Saunders crosses the line. Let's see what Fern can do. Right now, it looks like he still has plenty of race car left, but he might need it to hold off Cliff Saunders, who is coming on strongly in car number 4.
Certainly is. He continues to apply the pressure. All of a sudden, Provost is right there, nipping at his heels. 13 of 20 circuits remaining. This is the limited late model division, brought to you by 32 Signs, Mr. Reuter Plumbing, and New England Racing Fuel Sunoco.
And Fern might finally have the elbow room he was looking for, as once again, he got about a quarter of the way underneath Bloxham and then had to drop back. And Bloxham now is about to attack the back bumper of the Alexander Fern car. So stuck in the middle of Fern Island is Bloxham with Alexander in front of him, and Ryan is behind him.
Certainly is, and there's about 2.5 miles left in the competition here. Jeremy Lavoie is still the fastest car on the racetrack. Even though he sets in second, he is turning quicker laps than the leader, which is the American sleeve-bearing car, a man that knows how to get around this racetrack in this division, and that, of course, is Albert Saunders.
And he's trying to nail down his second win of the season. Battle for third. Here comes Ryan Fern to the Alexander Fern to the outside. Bloxham is on the inside, and for the first time tonight, Robert Bloxham has a top 3 car.
Now it's a battle among, well, bragging rights among the Fern family, because brother and sister go toe-to-toe as they come off turn number 4. Then it's Cliff Saunders and Provost, who's just looking for some space to find some magic and get to the front of the class. Back up front, hot spot on the racetrack is still third. The leader's got the field covered. There's the popsicle sticks from Mike Helberg. 1 mile left in the competition here.
And the winner of the Fern family feud for the time being is Ryan, because Alexander drops back about 3 spots, but Albert Saunders is not taking a backward step all night, as he is leading by a utility pole over Jeremy Lavoie. So as they whisk their way off off of turn number 4 and address the white flag. It is joyride time for Albert Saunders.
On the last circuit, Albert Saunders picks up the times to a 22.095 as he leads them down the back straightaway. Speed in excess of 85 miles an hour down into turn number 3. White flag has already been given as he comes off turn number 4. A familiar sight, the American sleeve bearing green number 04 for Albert Saunders to take down the win. Green Pogos for second. And squeaking into that number 3 position,
John Gates.
It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate.
Yeah, thanks. I've been kind of disappointed with how the year's been going because I thought we had a car that's capable of winning every race and hadn't won yet. But like always, Barry got the car perfect again for tonight, and it was really good. We were able to get the win. So thanks to American Sleeve Bearing, Bucket Race Chassis, Rad Auto Machine, Rob Davis, B.A. Museo, Johnson Memorial Hospital. I got to thank Stafford Speedway and everybody here, and thank the team and especially Barry for all the hard work.
Albert, once again, a good run, and certainly congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Albert Saunders, limited late model feature winner. Let's talk to our second place finisher, Jeremy Lavoie. Come on over here, Jeremy. Boy, I tell you what, you were coming out strong there towards the end. Number 6 car was rocking tonight.
Yeah, this car's been on rails past 3 weeks. We put it in second the week before. We had a couple rainouts, but ended up putting it in second and second again tonight. I gotta give it to the Saunders twins. These guys come out with good competitive cars every week. I really had nothing for them. Coming from 10th to second, that was a chore in its own. I gotta thank my sponsors, Aspen Hill Farm, Silcar Corporation, and Jeans Ford and Chevy. They've been behind me 150%. I gotta thank my crew, my father, my aunt, my uncle, and my sister for putting up with us in the garage every night of the week. But they wrench, they come over every night, and it shows. We bring a good piece, and it's a good family opportunity for all of them to come together and do something that we love to do.
There he is, number 6, Jeremy Lavoie, second place. Limited late models. Let's talk to our third place finisher, Robert Bloxham, the third. Robert, good run, man. Kind of coming on strong there late. Congratulations, third place.
Thank you. It was a good race. Of course, the Ferns were driving pretty hard as usual. They were fun to race. All respect to them. Last week we raced, which was a few weeks ago, thanks to the rainouts. My car was completely wrecked in the front end, so we got that fixed for the weekend, but it rained out obviously, and to be honest, I didn't know what it was going to do with all the new stuff on the front end, and as you can see, it worked out pretty nicely with 4 new tires, and special thanks to Bob, as usual. He's always around to help, whether it's a cheeseburger or fuel. Thanks to Barry for the first 2 years. He really helped us and guided us and gave us some good instruction, and now we really do have a hang of these thanks to him. And thanks to my dad and mom. Without them, couldn't be here in third place.
Awesome run, man. Third place, car number 33, Robert Bloxham, the third in our limited late model main event, back up to the tower.
I want to remind everybody that